Hey, in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the MaverickOrb, okay? Now, this is an indicator that will auto draw and color the orb strategy. So essentially the opening range breakout strategy. It's going to color code and draw out automatically your ranges there so that you don't have to. And it takes a lot of thinking out of the way, I guess is what I mean. Like, you're not worried about drawing things on your charts. Did you draw the right candle? Do you have the right time frame? Do you have all this stuff? Just let the indicator do the work for you. So quickly, before we go over the indicator, I just want to take like 1 minute and go over the orb strategy, because I want to show you how a lot of people fail with the orb strategy. You see some people online, they're killing it with it. And then others are like struggling. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to show you how this indicator plus the Maverick AI Pro can absolutely help you crush the orb strategy. Okay, so let's look at a long and let's look at a short. The way everyone teaches, or most people teach the orb, is that you have a 9:30 open, right? Okay, and you have an opening range. And some people like a 5-minute opening range, some people like a 15-minute orb strategy, and some people like a 30-minute orb strategy, okay? And our indicator allows you to run any one of those. So the idea of the orb and how, I mean, just YouTube it, you'll see everyone kind of teaches it the same, which is, you know, you have the 9:30 open, you start coming up, you break the opening range, right? So let's say this is your opening range. Whatever you set it at, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, you break the opening range, you come up, but you don't enter yet. The way that most people teach it is you come up, you break the range, and then you wait for a pullback. Once you get a pullback to this level, you then enter it for a long. Okay, and they're saying, hey, this is where you want to enter. You don't want to enter right at the break of the orb. You want to wait for a retest and then you take it off, okay? And same thing for a short. What you'll see on YouTube over and over again is people teach that. Here's your 9:30 open, Eastern Standard Time. You come down, you come down, you come down, you come down. No, don't enter. Wait for it to come back up, retest it, and then you take it down. So what most people teach is they want you to take it right here. Not this break, but right here. Wait for a retest. And a lot of times that does work, but a lot of times it doesn't work. And I'm going to show you how this Maverick Orb indicator, along with the Maverick AI Pro, can keep you on the right side of the fence, okay? So let me jump over to my charts here. All right, so right now we're looking at a chart of ES, okay? And you can see the orb box right here, the opening range breakout box right here. And by the way, you can set this indicator, let me go here, any time period that is popular with the orb strategy. So you can set it at the 5-minute orb opening range. You can set it at the 15-minute opening range, the 30-minute, or the 1 hour. And also you can have the range go all day long from 9:30 to 4. Or you can change this if you only want the opening range box to be for the first hour. You can just change this time and it'll end after the first hour and you'll be good to go. Right now I have a 30-minute orb box drawn. And again, this draws automatically as it happens in the morning if you have the indicator turned on. Now, what did I just show you that people teach? So if the market opens, they say, hey, let it come up. Let it break here, right? Let it break here. Then you do not enter right here. Wait for it to come back, retest, and then go to the moon, okay? But here's the problem with this is that, and let me just erase my drawings right here. Here's my problem with that is that this never did that this day. It came up, it wobbled around the opening range, and then it just took off for the rest of the day till lunchtime. If you are waiting for this strategy where you come up and then they say, oh, don't enter yet, don't enter yet, wait for a retest, and then come back, oops, and then come back and then go, you would have never had this here. It never broke, came back down, and took off, okay? So why do I say that this indicator plus the Maverick AI Pro gives you an edge? Well, let's take a look at the Maverick AI Pro with the orb drawn on it, the auto orb. Okay, here's the deal. The market opened, and let me draw the market open. Market opened right about here, okay? Which we do nothing on this candle. You never trade the first 5-minute candle, okay? It came up, you had a reversal candle, gray is a reversal candle. You broke above your Maverick guide. Remember, when we're below the Maverick guide, we go short, the blue line. When we're below it, we go short. When we're above the blue line, we go long. Well, what does this strategy again teach? Have it come up, break and close above the orb, come back down, and then that's when you take it. Okay, well, here's the thing with that. This never did this, but guess what? You would have been in this trade if you would have had the Maverick AI Pro, because the Maverick AI Pro showed you as you were breaking the orb a bright green candle. And you knew if you were going to get a bright green candle, which is your strongest upside candle, bright green is your strongest upside candle, pink is your strongest downside candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. And bright green, which we're coming up with some phrases here. We got if you see lime, it will most likely climb. If you see bright green, it might fly off the screen, whatever you want to say here. But because you came up to the opening range and you were testing it and then you broke it, you did not wait for a retest. You said, you know what? I'm above the Maverick guide. I have bright green candles. There's so much energy and momentum right here as it breaks the opening range. I'm getting in. I'm not going to wait for a retest, because all these orb strategy folks that waited for a retest for it to come back down, right? For it to come up, close above the opening range, come back down, and now they want to get in. Well, guess what? They would have missed this whole move. They would have missed this whole morning of movement. But you have the Maverick AI Pro. The Maverick Orb drew the box. As you break it, you have one of the strongest candles you can, bright green, and you just flew straight up. And folks, if you would have taken this move, okay, from the break here, let's say you took it here at the beginning of this guy, and you took it, let's not even say you got the full move. Let's say you got it down to here. You didn't keep going with it. You said, oh, I'm out. You started to retrace a little bit. Okay, well, this is a 786 down to 729. So let me pull out my handy dandy calculator here. What did I say? 786 minus 729. So it's a $57 move, folks. Okay, $57 on one contract of ES would pay $2,850. So this is why having the Maverick AI Pro and trading the orb strategy is just like, it's lights out a lot of the times if the market gives you the move. Okay, so again, we didn't wait for a retest. And watch, let me show you this again. Let me come back to this chart, right? Never got the retest. Let me show you the day before. Okay, this was a short. This was a short. And this short right here, you opened up. Okay, let me mark your opening. So your opening was right here. We always sit that out. We always sit out that candle. We don't do anything. If you were trading the orb, you come down, and guess what? You tapped here, came up, could not break here, right? Couldn't break here, came back down. You're still not trading. Well, here's the thing. The way that most people teach it on YouTube is you're gonna, oops, let me see here. Let me get here. There we go. So we're gonna break and close below the orb, the opening range box, come up and test it, and then they want you to get into it and take it down. Well, the problem is it never came back and tested it. It never came back and tested it. So once you broke this opening range, it just, I mean, gosh, this went down. This pretty much went down all the way to like almost 4 o'clock. This was literally just a downtrend all, oh my gosh, this was, where's my ray tool? This was like an all-day move down to here. This is where the market closed. So, I mean, you never came back to test the opening range. But here's the cool thing. If you have the Maverick AI Pro along with this strategy, watch this. You opened up, and maybe you even took some of these scalps, because if you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside candle. But look at this. You opened up. Let me draw this. You opened up right here. That's your opening. You came down. You still didn't break. If you're truly trading this strategy, you didn't break your opening range. You're bopping around. And then you finally break and close below here. And again, what most folks will teach you is that it comes down, and then you need to come back up and test the box. And that's when you enter and you go all the way down. Well, guess what? You never came back to test the box. But if you have the Maverick AI Pro, when you broke it right here, you knew for a fact, guess what? We're below the Maverick guide, right? When we're below this blue line, we go short. And you have bright pink candles. Bright pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. And you could have just taken this thing down. You had a little retracement right here to the Maverick guide, but it held. And you could have rode this thing, especially if you're in micros, all day long, okay? So again, the MaverickOrb is gonna draw your orb box. It turns colors depending on if price is above, in the middle, or below it, to give you a quick heads up. I just like to look at my charts and know right away, okay, am I bearish or am I bullish? I don't wanna have to analyze 10,000 things. This is why it's so powerful that the Maverick AI Pro colors your background red. You have the Maverick guide. Remember, we go short when we're below this blue line, okay? We go long when we're above it. Boy, that was just such a move to the downside. We go long when we're above the blue line. Short when you're below it, long when you're above it. Short when you're below it, long when you're above it, okay? And then obviously the market was closing back there, okay? So this is how, if you are trading the orb strategy, this indicator is awesome because it'll draw and color code your orb, your opening range. And then, I keep calling it the orb, but you know what I mean, the opening range. And then, but if you do play the opening range breakout, this is how you get into a full day move and not go, oh, it never came back to my opening range, right? You knew that there was just tremendous momentum and energy to the downside, so you could jump in with these two indicators. And never mind if you have the Maverick Trender on your screen, that will give you a heads up, as well as the Bear Bull, okay? So just want to give you a preview of this indicator. It's super simple. You can set it for the 5-minute, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and the 60-minute opening range if you do play this strategy, all right? All right, cool guys. Hope you have a fantastic day, and hope to help you crush it.